Hi guys, Ree here. Welcome back to my channel, Mummy of Four Does Disney, and another Disneyland Paris vlog. We were supposed to be going into central Paris. We've decided to switch that around a little bit because the airport we're flying from is quite close to central Paris and we are not. So avoiding travelling back and forth, we're just going to go a little bit early before the airport. Meaning we needed outfits for today that we have not packed. So everyone is wearing the new Disney 100 Spirit jerseys, Disneyland Paris edition. We're like a big load of matching things, aren't we guys?
Yeah!
So now we need to make some plans for what we want to do in the park today. Bella, have you got the planner at the ready? You have. Okay, let's do this. So this is my new Disneyland Paris planner. I'm going to flip to the next open page so that we can plan out our day. Now, the plans don't always go to plan today, but that's okay. We've got a rough outline of what we want to achieve. Often that changes, and you know, that's fine. As long as we're having fun, as long as there's magic, that's absolutely fine. But it's quite good to plan out, or we find at least, to plan out a bucket list of things you want to do throughout the trip, and then a kind of a wish list of things you'd like to get done ideally that day, and then just kind of got a framework, haven't we? So today, working it backwards, I think we want to try and stay for illumination. So the fireworks tonight are at 10 p.m. So if Bella's gonna
Wait, is it this one?
Yeah, that's 2200. You've actually been enjoying filling out the planner this trip, haven't you? Normally I do all the kind of lists and planning everything just on my iPad on the digital version. The children have been enjoying filling in magical memories and things on the printed one and drawing little pictures, haven't you, of what we've been doing. Based to write things like snacks we ate, memories, things like that. We've got fireworks. Before that, where do you guys want to eat? We don't have dining reservations today.
As you said, maybe Lucky Nuggets.
We did talk about the Lucky Nugget. Is everyone up for that?
Yeah, I think so.
So the Lucky Nugget we've never eaten at before. It's a table service restaurant, but you don't need a reservation. You just kind of rock up and ask for a table. So should we aim for that before, I don't know, like at 7-ish?
6? Which one?
Well, because we want to hang out there as long as possible, perhaps.
Yeah.
Do you think? So perhaps if we go there at 7 and just hang out, we can move it around if we need to. Now, which attractions do we want to do today? So we know we're ending in the main park. We could start off in studios, or we could just spend the whole day in the main park. What do you think? Specifically attractions we haven't done yet. Now, Small World, as you can see on the girls' ears, and I've got a matching set actually, is not open sadly, and that's on our bucket list, but it's not yet reopened. Yes.
Yesterday I really wanted to do Tower of Terror, but we didn't have much time.
So we could start in studios and do Tower of Terror. That's an option, isn't it? How about all of the back of Fantasyland, Casey Jr. and everything? I know you guys wanted to do that. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Or just so we can do a little brainstorm and you guys can fill in the gaps there. Characters, that's another thing. Where's Scrooge McDuck meeting?
Yeah.
I've been checking on the app. Loads of the Disneyland Paris character meets are on the app, but then there are these like pop-up characters that just show up and are not on the app. So we could try and look for Scrooge McDuck, because I know you guys want to meet him.
I think he'll be on Main Street somewhere.
Okay, so is that perhaps, is he early in the day, late in the day? Do we want to start in Studios Park then, just to do Tower of Terror, or do you want to leave that for tomorrow? What do you want to do?
I don't know.
We could just do Tower of Terror and maybe like
RC.
Oh, that's true. We've never done RC before. Perhaps we should do that. Get it done, and then it's done, isn't it? What a good idea. So should we start in Studios and then end up in the main park? Right, guys.
Watch the fireworks.
I'm going to leave you guys to fill in this little list of attractions you want to do today, and then we can head off. Yesterday, I can't remember, but we were struggling to get reservations. I had my husband on the waiting list for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and we didn't have reservations at all. We were on the waiting list for Thursday, which was a problem because we've got Plaza Gardens reservations, but we couldn't actually get into the parks because as an annual pass holder you can only book 3 days at a time, which is probably the biggest problem with the annual passes. Other than that, I think they are fantastic. Good news, we've been accepted, my husband for tomorrow, all of us for Thursday, and I've literally just, because we've buzzed in now, I can book the next day. So we've got today, tomorrow and the day after, and then I can book Friday. And I managed to get the reservation. I am beyond thrilled. Zara's gonna be beyond thrilled because we won't be missing the Cafe Agrabah reservation, which she is really, really excited for. So that's it, that's our entire trip sorted. Reservation wise, we're in for every day that we're here. I'm so happy and excited for all that. What a relief, what a relief. That's the only bit that's a little bit stressful. I got the reservation, baby, I got it, I got it, I got it. Okay, so we want to do Tower of Terror. Maybe take Daddy on the Cars one, because Daddy's never done that one.
Yeah.
You want to do RC first? Okay, let's get RC over and done with. Great. Bella's not sure she wants to do it. William's desperate to do it. Daddy Paul won't do it, so I have to do it. Shall we just do it together, Bells? I'll sit in the middle between you and Will, and I'll open my eyes when it's over. How's that? Shall we do that? Come on then, let's do it. Amazing! Amazing! William said, did you see the expansion? I said, no, I just was like, ah! So tell us about what you saw.
Well, they haven't done much. It's quite dirty in the construction site.
The Frozen expansion. Yeah.
Where we're filming now. They've got like, they've done a hole for the lake.
Cool.
But they haven't filled it up yet, so it's really far away from it.
Sorry I couldn't show you that. I was too busy going, ah! And Bella, I know you weren't so sure about it. I'm not sure if you'll ever want to do it again, but I'm super proud of you for doing it, okay, baby? Not sure I ever want to do that again, to be honest, but if William wants to, I guess I'll have to, won't I? Don't forget, there's a really nice RC photo opportunity just in the corner by the attraction. So now we're going to go and look for Cars road trip. We've only ever done it once before, but Daddy wasn't with us. And he likes a good, like, Cars, trainish type thing, and it's like...
And I'm pretty sure it's the other one.
Oh. Why are we following Daddy? I'm not even paying attention to where we're going because I'm talking and filming at the same time. This is why you are important, William. This is one of the many reasons you're important anyway. My sense of direction's appalling. Absolutely appalling. Weather-wise, I'm boiling. I've got a thermal, like, long-sleeve t-shirt on under this because we're planning to stay for the fireworks. We did plan to stay for the fireworks the other night. William and I made it to the 9 o'clock Marvel drone show. Will we make it tonight? That's the question. Will we make it all the way to the end? 10 hours in the parks? Don't know. Car's road trip is done. Now the children want to do Hollywood Tower of Terror. So, comparing the Hollywood Tower of Terror. The first time, if you saw our June vlog series, the first time I rode this, it totally spun me out because the Florida version is totally different. So you still get the library with the pre-show. Obviously it's not in French, and in France it's sometimes in French sometimes. The Florida one, you go into your lift, which you'll see, but that's what we're about to go into now, like the actual attraction. And the lift, it like moves through the Twilight Zone and then it goes into the uppy-downy bit. The Paris one does not, so I'm not amazing with heights. So I'm like preparing myself, in the June one I was like preparing myself. I thought, I've got ages, we've got the forwardy bit. There is no forwardy bit in Paris, it just goes straight into the uppy-downy bit. They randomise the lifts, don't they, in all of them, so you never know whether it's going to be up or down or whatever. So, and obviously in Paris, sometimes the actual attraction's in French, sometimes in English, sometimes like a bit of both, whatever. So that's the biggest difference. I would say perhaps the Florida one wins it because it's got the forward and like going through as well as the uppy-downy.
No. I prefer do the uppy-downy one.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was good to go through the story and
yeah, I think I quite like the Florida one because one, it's English, and two,
I know, but
it has that nice ride.
I know, but that's just because we don't speak French. It's like quite nice and successful for other people. But the travelling through the storyline bit, I think.
I really like that.
I think that means that Florida wins as well.
It being bilingual is better.
It is better.
And Zara's
know.
cutest photo takes all.
Zara never did the Florida one because she was tall. You were tall enough, darling, weren't you? But she didn't fancy it. So next time we're gonna have to go back to Florida now for Zara to try it. That's my vote. Florida has my vote for this one. The California one, I'd love to ride the California one.
It's the same as Paris.
The California, apart from they
now it's
totally rethemed it as Guardians of the Galaxy.
But before it was almost exactly the same, apart from no French.
There's a really, really interesting episode of Behind the Attraction. In fact, the whole series of Behind the Attraction is fantastic. But there's a really specific one about Hollywood Tower of Terror, how it's put together, and how they defy gravity. So you don't just fall, you physically get pulled down. So if you've got Disney Plus, it's a series that's really worth watching. What's the other one? Behind the Attraction we liked, and
Disney Imagineering?
Disney Imagineering is another really, really good one for like an insight into behind the parks. Really, really interesting. You must watch those if you haven't seen them before. Also interestingly, maybe interesting, maybe not, the disability like pass gets you past the like big queue to get into the pre-show, but then after the pre-show bit, this bit, normally like 90% of the times we've ridden this attraction, this has been really fast, then once or twice it's been really slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just depends how many lifts they have running. Sometimes the lifts are down and William thinks it might be because someone has done a routine spill. Apparently that's what they call vomit in Disney. Fun fact. So we've just been moved to a different elevator because there was a technical difficulty with that one, so we'd rather be on one that works than we. As always, coming off Tower of Terror, having screamed my lungs out, shaking like a... Children love it though. Back out into some fresh air. I think now that we've finished doing the rides that are a bit tummy wobbly, it is time to get some food. It's already 2:05, so we definitely need to get some food. And then we need to hop over to the main park and leave all the coats in a locker. We did this for the first time a few days ago. I've got like the locker facility included in my annual pass because I've got the top tier pass. Or you can just pay to put things in lockers, but if you're going to be like warm all day but you're going to need to put coats for the fireworks, it's a really good option. So we have just picked up 2 hot dogs, just no mustard. Plain hot dogs, just ketchup, no mustard. And this nice looking cheesecake pop, which I think is going to be similar to the 30th one. I wasn't first on, the girls weren't first on, but William liked, so we've got one just to try. And William can have to eat, maybe have to eat the whole thing by himself. So yes, we are sitting on the floor eating hot dogs. What we do in Disney, guys? Luckily, they keep the place so clean. Sitting on the floor is really not that big a deal. Who's enjoying their hot dog? So this is just like a quick lunchy snack. I just bought the 2 hot dogs between the 4 of us. That was enough hot dog for me. I'd rather eat that and then eat again more Disney snacks in a bit. Would you agree?
Yeah.
That's what we tend to do. We do that a lot. We buy food and share food and then buy more food. So we have more variety. That's what we sort of like, isn't it? How's the hot dog working out for you, Saz? All good? Okay, well, taste it for us. Tell us how it is.
Like chocolate.
What's on the inside?
Very chocolate.
So white stuff on the inside, white goo. Okay, I'm
Then
gonna
you
have
get to the cheesecake bit.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a go. Too cheesecakey for me. I mean, it's a cheesecake, so no massive shock there.
No, it's hard to like either.
Please.
Like this. No.
No. So we have just left Studios Park. We're now going to park hop, but before we head into the main park, we are going to make use of the lockers and dump off the 3 bags full of coats because the weather is glorious. It's February, so I was expecting it to be, you know, like hats, gloves, literally freezing, Reynard's fingers galore, and it's just so lovely. So I'm really grateful for that. A dry Disney day is much easier.
So then wearing thermal vests is the key to keep it warm.
Yeah, you heard it here first, kids. Wearing thermal vests is the key. We're back on Main Street. We did just try and get a stroller for Zara because I've got them included in my Infinity Annual Pass, and the little legs are getting a bit tired and it is quite a long one we're staying for today, but they're out of stock of strollers, so they said we could try back later, so I guess we'll have to do that. For now we're going to nip up Discovery Arcade because Dream Shine Brighter Ready for the Ride is on, and we want to get to Fantasyland.
I've spotted 3 strollers already.
I know, but I think but that's because people have rented those, darling. You can't take those.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, that's how they would like.
Oh right, you mean? I've got to say the park does feel really busy today. You're like really busy. Much more so when we got here. What day was it we got here? Saturday, Sunday. Both Saturday and Sunday I didn't feel we're that busy. They felt quite calm really compared to previous trips. Today feels a bit more mental, don't you think? So we're actually catching up with Dream Shine Brighter now. One thing I do actually love about the Paris park is these arcades that run parallel to Main Street. They're so handy for escaping the elements when the Paris weather's a bit iffy, but also just for like moving people around. So if there's a parade, you can use them to like get down Main Street without getting stuck in crowds. And for getting out to the park, it really helps to like filter people out to the park to the end of the night much quicker too. So the children have now decided it's so warm, we need to try and get a Dole Whip. Heading to Adventureland to see if Cafe de la Bruce is open, which is where okay, they're not Dole Whips, they're pineapple whips. The American version is Dole Whips. The Paris version, which only came in last year, are pineapple whips. Before anyone, and by anyone I mean William, tells me off for saying it wrong. Sing it! So will Cafe de la Bruce be open, guys? It should be. Fingers crossed. It does seem to have a really short span of opening times. But failing that, if we can't get a Dole Whip, sorry, pineapple whip, we will, because we're heading to Fantasyland anyway, try one of the Alice in Wonderland ice creams in March. Hare treats, Will? March Hare, something? March Hare Refreshments. I can trust on Wikipedia, my little fact checker. Can I? Okay, so sad times. Cafe de la Bruce is closed again. I can't remember the last time I saw it open, to be honest. It does open. It's got a nice picture of a pineapple whip. We've only actually had one. Well, we came here. Right. Well, we came the first day of our June trip. We had a pineapple whip. Then we came later in that trip, and it was open, but the pineapple whips machine was down or something. It was a really hot day. We've tried and tried since then. So sad times. Let me know if you've been to Disneyland Paris and if you've ever managed to find this place open. Okay, so we're just going to have to head to Fantasyland and instead look for some sort of Alice in Wonderland ice cream. We like that. Anyway, it's probably good because we haven't tried the Alice ice creams before. So we've just walked through Fantasyland and we've seen Jeannie doing meet and greets. For most of the characters, it's not like the disability access on the rides, and I do explain all of this in my disability access video. But basically, for the characters, generally there's a comeback time. So as a rule, you go up and you need to go kind of before the character opens, and then you get given a comeback time to come and meet the character, as opposed to an attraction where you just join a different queue that is not a standby line, if that makes sense. Anyway, I think I explained it in full in that video if you want to check that out. So one of our favourite attractions in Fantasyland is Peter Pan's Flight. So we're going to take this opportunity to ride it now as we enter Fantasyland before we go looking for Alice-shaped ice creams. I love Peter, and it's very similar to Walt Disney World. I just wanted, we would agree, more whizzy, just whizzier.
Why I got confused in Florida they had Ariel happening.
As a mermaid, there's no Ariel mermaid here. There was in Florida. Okay, we need to get off the attraction. Now it's time to fly with Dumbo. Ready for an unbirthday party with the Mad Hatter. The question is, guys, how fast are you going to make this whiz?
Really. So all of us are going to be sitting here. Me will approach. And me.
And I'll just be like, food down.
Something down there.
Probably best to have ice cream after this, not before. That was a good choice. Good choice. The ice creams. We've got the Hearts ice cream and the unbirthday ice cream, because the door ice cream is coming soon, so it's out of stock. I only got two because if we're still hungry after this, the children quite fancy marshmallow pops, so rather than just getting one of each of everything, we get to try a bit of... So what's this one? This is Hearts and just sort of Mr. Whippy?
Me!
It's nice, this is huge. These are €5. You love it, do you? These are €5. They're massive. You can't use annual pass discount on them because it's like a cart as opposed to a restaurant. So what's the unbirthday one like?
It's amazing.
It's really good.
Do you want to try the hearts?
Caramel and popcorn.
Oh, caramel?
Yeah, there's
Oh, it's
caramel.
also different. Is that a different
Caramel
cone? No,
sauce.
they're both the same cones. Ah.
Popcorn yummy.
Caramel is nice, actually. I can't get over how big these ice creams are. Sometime later, and these ice creams are still in existence. Zara, you're too full to eat anymore. Daddy 4's given up. I can't eat a great deal more. These are just 2 ice creams between 5, and they're beating us, guys. We're being beaten by 2 little Alice in Wonderland I mean, they're quite big. Alice in Wonderland ice creams.
Come on, we can do this.
So for €5, more ice cream than 2.5 people can manage. Yes. Yes. After being almost beaten by 2 ice creams between 5 of us, William and Bella took some for the team and finished them off, didn't you?
Yes.
How full are you now? How full?
I don't know.
When they just finished them, they said, I'm so full.
But I'm not hungry.
You're not full, you're not hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're heading up to the back of the park to do the bits that close early. So Casey Jr. and the little storybook boat ride. These rides tend to close when it's dark, don't they, Will? Or before it gets dark, as a rule. So I'm not quite sure what time it's getting dark at the moment.
It said 6 on the sign.
Okay, it said 6 on the sign, there we go. So
Right now it's half.
If-
22:05.
so if you're hoping to do these rides, make sure you get them done earlier in the day and do not leave them for the evening. We did Casey, that was fun. We were going to do the little boats, I can't remember how to pronounce it, the little storybook boats, but then the children decided they would like to watch Stars on Parade. So we've got 2 options. We try and leg it over to the disability bit on Main Street, or we go where we often watch it, because you've got to get to the disability bit on Main Street in quite a lot of time in advance, really, to get a spot. But if you go up by Small World, up by where the parades start, it can generally be quite quiet and you can get some really good spots. So we're going to try there, being that we're in Fantasyland anyway. We can literally see Small World from where we are. And we're walking past Small World, which is still not open. Say maybe next time, but I'm not quite sure when our next trip is. We haven't got anything booked yet, so we'll have to watch this space. But we want to get on Small World again, don't we? As soon as we can. So we got here 30 minutes before the parade and managed to get some spots. I think if we'd fought through to Main Street, we probably would have struggled. What do you think?
Yeah.
With getting some spots. And this is a really nice place to watch it because it's right at the beginning of the parade. And then it's quite nice when the parade's still going on to kind of just go into the parks and carry on with our day. That's what we kind of tend to find anyway. So, Stars on Parade, and then we might be meeting up with someone, guys. That'll be nice. Bumping into one of our Disney friends, and then we, I guess, head towards Frontierland-ish direction because we're hoping to eat in the Lucky Nugget tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to pick up the coats and maybe try and get a stroller as well. William pointed out that a lot of people kind of flood out the park after the parade, so we might actually be able to get a stroller if some of them have been returned because people are leaving. So that might be a good opportunity to try and pick one up.
pirate qui m'attrapera n'étant endormi.
Day, you can click over here just as soon as that vlog is live. Thank you so much for watching and sharing our Disney magical adventures with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those YouTubey things, and I shall see you over there in the next episode. Bye.